Greetings, dear friends, and welcome back to another enlightening video. Today, we delve into the life of one of the 20th century's most revered saints, Saint Padre Pio. Known for his miraculous deeds and the profound impact he had on countless lives, Padre Pio's story is filled with wonder and inspiration. Yet, there's a particularly intriguing vision he had shortly before his death that adds another layer of mystery to his legacy. Let's explore this fascinating episode in greater detail. Throughout his life, Saint Padre Pio was no stranger to the miraculous. On September 22, 1968, as the 81-year-old saint neared the end of his earthly journey, he experienced a series of extraordinary events. That evening, a group of priests helped him to his bed after he nearly collapsed. Just after midnight, in a moment of profound solemnity, Padre Pio made his final confession and reaffirmed his Franciscan vows. Despite his frailty, he managed to utter the names Jesus and Mary while clutching his rosary, demonstrating his unwavering faith even in his weakest moments. Then, around 2:30 in the morning, something astonishing occurred. Padre Pio suddenly awoke and saw a vision that was invisible to those around him. In this moment of clarity, he uttered the words, "I see two mothers," and then specifically named Maria before peacefully passing away. This declaration left those present in a state of wonder and speculation. Who were these mothers that he referred to? Could it be another miraculous encounter in his remarkable life? There are intriguing possibilities to consider. The first mother he saw could have been the Holy Mother of God, the Virgin Mary, a figure central to his devotions and faith. Alternatively, he might have been referring to his own biological mother, whose name was also Mary. This dual interpretation opens up a rich field of spiritual and emotional resonance, blending the sacred with the personal. This final vision of Saint Padre Pio invites us to reflect on the mysteries of faith and the miraculous, urging us to ponder the profound experiences that can occur at the threshold between life and death. What do you think? Was Padre Pio granted a final, miraculous vision as a testament to his faith? Type faith in the comments and let the spiritual grace fill your life today. People often refer to the Church as a mother, but it's unclear how this metaphor manifests in different contexts. Another area of confusion involves Rita Montella, an Augustinian nun who blamed Ali for the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II. Sister Rita was a close confidante of Saint Padre Pio, assisting him in several of his bilocations, including his final one. It's possible that when Padre Pio referred to seeing two mothers, he was also speaking of Sister Rita. In a letter he wrote in 1913, Saint Padre Pio beautifully illustrated his deep devotion to the Virgin Mary by expressing, "Here we are at last in the month of our fair mother. Once again, this dear mother continues to lavish her maternal care upon me, especially during this current month. She takes care of me in an exceptional way. I am all on fire, even without a flame. I feel firmly bound and tied to the sun through her. I wish to soar and invite all creatures to love Jesus and Mary." Despite his intense schedule and the demands on his time, Padre Pio rarely slept more than a few hours each night, often spending his nights praying the rosary. He frequently offered the rosary to those who sought his prayers, highlighting its significance in his spiritual life. The rosary was not only a tool for intercession, but also a source of profound solace for him throughout his life. Having lived through both world wars, Padre Pio observed, "Some people are so foolish that they think they can get through life without the help of our Blessed Mother." His words emphasized the importance he placed on the Virgin Mary's intercession. Padre Pio also spoke of a mysterious plague, predicting that it would catch the world by surprise, bringing with it global conflicts, earthquakes, storms, and significant loss of life. He warned that in the face of such tribulations, people must fortify themselves with powerful prayer. His prophetic words continue to resonate, urging us to seek spiritual strength and guidance through prayer in times of crisis. Embrace a deep love for the Virgin Mary and commit to praying the Rosary in her honor. The Rosary serves as a powerful weapon against the evils plaguing the world today, because every grace granted by God flows through the Blessed Mother. During World War II, When Nazi Germany invaded Italy, countless efforts were made by the Allies to liberate the country. One notable location during this turbulent time was San Giovanni Rotondo, home to the monastery of Saint Padre Pio. At the onset of the war, Padre Pio confidently proclaimed that no bombs would ever fall on this small town, and he took extraordinary measures to ensure his prophecy was fulfilled. According to author Frank Rigat in his book, none of the Allied forces attempting to bomb the San Giovanni Rotondo region succeeded in their missions. There were numerous mysterious occurrences, bombs inexplicably falling harmlessly in open fields and mechanical failures, diverting the bombs from their intended targets. One of the most remarkable stories from this period is that of the so-called flying monk. An American pilot was on a mission to bomb the area when he suddenly saw a monk-like figure appear in the sky before his plane. The figure made hand gestures, signaling the pilot to turn back. Compelled by this extraordinary sight, the pilot redirected his bombs elsewhere. When he returned to base and reported the incident, his superiors, skeptical of his story, attributed his experience to mission-related stress and exhaustion, leading to his hospitalization. These events underscore the profound belief in the protective power of the Virgin Mary and the miraculous intercessions attributed to Saint Padre Pio. His unwavering faith and the mysterious occurrences that shielded San Giovanni Rotondo during the war continue to inspire and bolster many people's faith. Let us remember the significance of the Rosary and the Blessed Mother's role in our spiritual lives, especially in times of turmoil and conflict. The image of the monk haunted the pilot, and after the war, he embarked on a quest to identify this mysterious figure. Eventually, he realized that the monk was none other than Saint Padre Pio. While this tale might sound like a legend, the undeniable truth is that San Giovanni Rotondo remained untouched during World War II. Numerous pilots reported seeing monks flying over the town, steering them away from their bombing targets. Saint Padre Pio was indeed extraordinary for many reasons. He bore the stigmata, which are wounds that mirror Jesus Christ's during the crucifixion. Remarkably, the blood from Padre Pio's wounds emitted a fragrance akin to flowers, a phenomenon known as the odor of sanctity. From a young age, Padre Pio had profound spiritual experiences, engaging in conversations with Jesus, Mary, and his guardian angel. His devotion to his faith was apparent early on. At the tender age of 5, he dedicated his life to Jesus Christ. By the age of 10, his family eagerly anticipated his entry into the Capuchin friars. One of Padre Pio's most astounding abilities was his power of bilocation, being present in multiple places simultaneously. Numerous accounts document him appearing in different locations at the same time, sometimes even on separate continents. His life was a continuous testament to his deep faith and spiritual connection. His miracles and supernatural events attracted a large following, both during his lifetime and after his death. People from all walks of life were drawn to his holiness, seeking his intercession and guidance. The legacy of Saint Padre Pio is rich with miracles, profound faith, and a deep love for humanity. His life reminds us of the power of prayer, the importance of devotion, and the mysterious ways in which the divine can intervene in our world. Whether through the protective visions during wartime or his remarkable stigmata, Padre Pio's story continues to inspire and uplift, encouraging believers to seek a closer relationship with the divine. He harbored no resentment towards his political opponents or those who opposed the Catholic faith. Instead, he turned to the Rosary, viewing it as a spiritual weapon against the forces of evil in the world. Danger and malevolence seemed ever present, but Padre Pio firmly believed in an unseen spiritual battle waging across the globe, with the Rosary as the essential tool to combat these dark forces. He called the Rosary a weapon and prayed it devoutly every day, showing his profound affection for the Blessed Mother. His love extended to all people, and he earnestly desired that their souls would find the path to eternal happiness in heaven. Throughout his life, Saint Padre Pio blessed countless rosaries and generously gave away various religious items to those who visited him. But here is where his story takes a remarkable turn. Just 2 days before his death, Saint Padre Pio imparted a final message, saying, "Love Our Lady and make her loved." Always recite the Rosary. Recite it often and as often as you can. His strong connection with Mary was central to his journey toward profound holiness. Through his devotion to Mary, he drew even closer to Christ. In the book, Champions of the Rosary, The History and Heroes of a Spiritual Weapon by Father Donald Calloway, it is asserted that when the faithful engage in the prayer of the Rosary, extraordinary events occur. Battles are won, insurmountable obstacles are overcome, goodness is renewed, and evil is vanquished. This perspective aligns with Saint Padre Pio's view of the Rosary as a powerful instrument in the spiritual warfare that pervades the world. Padre Pio's life was a testament to his unwavering faith and deep love for humanity. His use of the Rosary as a spiritual weapon demonstrated his commitment to fighting evil and promoting peace and goodness. His final words serve as a lasting reminder of the importance of devotion to Mary and the power of the Rosary. His legacy continues to inspire countless individuals to embrace the Rosary in their spiritual practices, fostering a deeper connection with the divine and a stronger defense against the forces of evil. Saint Padre Pio's life and teachings underscore the significance of the Rosary in the spiritual lives of believers. His dedication to this simple yet profound prayer reflects his belief in its power to transform lives and conquer evil. As we remember his legacy, let us also remember his call to love Mary and to recite the Rosary frequently, embracing it as a spiritual weapon in our own lives. Delving deeper into the celebrations presided over by Saint Padre Pio, one is struck by their extraordinary nature. These ceremonies often spanned several hours, a testament to the depth of his devotion. His day began at the early hour of 3:30 in the morning, a time dedicated to preparing for the Mass that wouldn't commence until 5:30. This preparation was not merely a matter of routine. It involved profound moments of reflection and prayer, immersing him in spiritual readiness. Throughout the Mass, Padre Pio displayed an intense devotion that was palpable to those in attendance. His complexion often turned pale, and at times, tears streamed down his face, reflecting the deep love he held for the Lord. Every aspect of the ritual was attended to with meticulous care. According to Father Giovanni D'Agostino, Padre Pio appeared to contemplate every word, fully absorbed in each action of the ceremony. His reading was imbued with genuine emotion. His voice was calm and deliberate, carefully enunciating each word. The consecration, which culminated the Mass, was particularly significant. Father Clement observed that Padre Pio seemed to spend 10 to 15 minutes in reverent worship of the bread and wine, a period of profound spiritual connection. Saint Padre Pio emphasized that the Mass encompassed much more than what was visible to the eye. It was a deep, spiritual journey. Known as one of the greatest saints of the 20th century, Saint Padre Pio's life was marked by miraculous deeds and an ability to touch countless hearts. However, there is a particularly shocking vision he experienced shortly before his death that warrants closer examination. On September 22, 1968, at the age of 81, Padre Pio nearly fainted and was assisted by a group of priests who helped him to his bed. Shortly after midnight, he made his final confession and renewed his Franciscan vows. Despite his weakened state, he managed to utter the names Jesus and Mary while holding his rosary. Then, at around 2:30 in the morning, something extraordinary happened. Padre Pio suddenly woke up and witnessed a vision that was invisible to those around him. In his final moments, Padre Pio experienced something profound and mysterious. What he saw at that moment remains a topic of speculation and wonder. This vision adds yet another layer to the already remarkable life of Saint Padre Pio, a life filled with miracles and deep spiritual insight. His unwavering faith and dedication to his spiritual practices continue to inspire and uplift believers around the world, urging them to look beyond the ordinary and embrace the divine mysteries of their faith. Type the word faith and let it fill your life with spiritual abundance right now. In his final moments, Saint Padre Pio managed to say, "I see two mothers," and then uttered Maria before passing away. Those present were left in a state of curiosity and wonder, eager to understand what he had seen and whether it was possible to witness such a vision before dying. Could this have been yet another miracle in his extraordinary life? The possibilities are intriguing. One interpretation is that he saw the Holy Mother of God, the Virgin Mary. Alternatively, he might have been referring to his biological mother, whose name was also Mary. This adds another layer of complexity, as the Church is often metaphorically called a mother. Though it's unclear how this interpretation would fit his vision, there is also a potential connection to Rita Montella, an Augustinian nun who held Ali responsible for the attack on Pope John Paul II. Rita was a close companion of Saint Padre Pio, and she assisted him in several bilocations, including his last one. It's possible that Padre Pio could have been referring to Sister Rita in his final words. Furthermore, the story of an American pilot during World War II adds to the mystique surrounding Padre Pio. This pilot, who was tasked with bombing the San Giovanni Rotondo area, saw a monk-like figure in the sky gesturing for him to turn back. Obeying the figure, he diverted his bombs elsewhere. Upon returning to base and reporting the incident, he was hospitalized for mission exhaustion. This vision haunted him, and after the war, he sought to find the monk, eventually realizing it was Saint Padre Pio. While this account might seem like a fabricated story, the fact remains that San Giovanni Rotondo was spared from bombing during World War II. Numerous pilots reported seeing monks in the sky over the area where they were ordered to drop their bombs. These extraordinary tales contribute to the legend of Saint Padre Pio. His ability to inspire such devotion and wonder speaks to the profound impact of his life and work. The mysteries surrounding his final moments, his miraculous intercessions, and the reported visions continue to captivate and inspire, urging believers to reflect on the deeper spiritual truths that transcend ordinary experience. Saint Padre Pio's legacy endures, encouraging us to explore the vastness of faith and the divine mysteries that shape our spiritual journeys. But here is where the narrative takes a truly remarkable turn. Saint Padre Pio was extraordinary for many reasons, one of the most striking being his stigmata. These were wounds that mirrored Jesus Christ's during the crucifixion. Uniquely, the blood that flowed from Padre Pio's wounds had a pleasant fragrance, reminiscent of flowers, a phenomenon known as the odor of sanctity. From a young age, Padre Pio experienced profound spiritual encounters and conversations with Jesus, Mary, and his guardian angel. His dedication to his faith was apparent early on. At the tender age of 5, he devoted himself to the Lord Jesus Christ. By the age of 10, his family eagerly awaited his entry into the Capuchin friars, recognizing his exceptional spiritual potential. One of Padre Pio's most extraordinary abilities was bilocation, the power to be present in multiple places simultaneously. Numerous accounts and testimonies exist of people seeing him in different locations, even on separate continents, at the same time. This remarkable gift further cemented his reputation as a man of deep spiritual power. Despite the many adversities he faced, Padre Pio harbored no ill will toward his political opponents or those who opposed the Catholic faith. Instead, he turned to the rosary, which he considered a spiritual weapon against the forces of evil. He firmly believed in an invisible spiritual battle raging across the world and saw the rosary as the key to combating these malevolent forces. Padre Pio referred to the rosary as a weapon and prayed it devoutly every day, demonstrating his deep affection for the Blessed Mother. His love for humanity was profound. He longed for all souls to find the path to eternal bliss in heaven. Throughout his life, Padre Pio blessed countless rosaries and generously gave various religious items to those who visited him, further spreading his spiritual influence. In a particularly moving moment just 2 days before his death, Padre Pio left a final message: "Love Our Lady and make her loved. Recite the rosary. Recite it frequently, and recite it as often as you can." His strong connection with Mary played a crucial role in his journey toward holiness. Through his devotion to Mary, he grew even closer to Christ. In the book, Champions of the Rosary, The History and Heroes of a Spiritual Weapon by Father Donald Calloway, it is noted that when the faithful engage in the prayer of the Rosary, extraordinary events occur. Battles are won, insurmountable obstacles are overcome, goodness is renewed, and evil is defeated. This perspective aligns perfectly with Padre Pio's view of the Rosary as a powerful instrument in the spiritual warfare that pervades our world. As we reflect on the life and legacy of Saint Padre Pio, his teachings and example continue to inspire. His unwavering faith, miraculous abilities, and profound love for humanity serve as a beacon of hope and spiritual guidance. Let us embrace his message, love the Blessed Mother, and make the Rosary a vital part of our own spiritual lives. In conclusion, Saint Padre Pio's life was a testament to the power of faith, prayer, and love. His legacy endures, reminding us of the divine mysteries that shape our spiritual journeys. May we all find inspiration in his example and strive to deepen our own faith, following the path he illuminated so brightly.